getting ready to board our plane to Minneapolis. And then from Minneapolis, we head on to Fairbanks.
After a nearly 3-hour flight from Washington, we are now in Minneapolis. And in the next 45 minutes, we'll be leaving for our 5-hour flight to Fairbanks.
Here we are at the airport in Fairbanks. It's 20 of 9. We have our luggage and we're waiting for the shuttle to go to the hotel. And then we'll be up bright and early to go on a sightseeing boat tomorrow morning. We're headed to the Riverboat Discovery, which you can see is a paddle wheel, and we're going to various tourist attractions.
To a passenger boat in 1971, and that bright orange paddle wheel on the back is just like the one that we have. And I want to reassure you now, because now when you ride boats like this where you live, you're never sure. A lot of them have propellers underneath, and the wheel just turns to make your videos look pretty. But not here. This boat is powered by the wheel. So welcome to Fairbanks and Juneau River on this beautiful June day, and we have some surprises for you. In fact, we're not going to waste any time, because our first surprise has to do with bush pilots. Now he's going to tilt the airplane over and fall out of the sky sideways. Look at that. You can really do a tight turn, and then you can also look through the side window down at the river to make sure nobody got in your way. One more adjustment. Now this is my favorite part. Watch how he gently sets this aircraft down. He will inch it down inch by inch and just touch that water gently. Look at that. Actually was an old-time cabin, about 60 years old when he granted. There they are, winning the 87 award. And they wanted to move into town so they could go to school and participate in activities. And so this is Trail Breaker Kennel. And still breaking trail in dog care and nutrition in the modern day. So we're going to stop here and visit with some folks that know all about this. And we're in luck today because I have the honor of introducing you to a good friend of mine and a great dog musher in his own right, Dave Monson. Hi, David.
Well, hello and welcome everybody to Trailbreaker Kennel. It's a beautiful day for us on the banks of the Juneau River, and I say that not because, you know, the sun is out or anything like that. I'm saying that because our job description says get up in the morning and play with puppies, and anytime you do that, it's always a great day. Because every day of their lives, they're going to count and trust on our care and when we're out in the wilderness, we're going to count on their instincts and abilities. So we'd like to start that relationship the day they're born by actually picking each one up. And even though their eyes aren't open yet, they already start to associate a feeling of comfort and security with us. So when they come running around a little bit like they're doing with Jesse right now, they know us and trust us. They want to follow us on adventures, which gives us the perfect opportunity to help them develop self-confidence by challenging them to overcome things. Like right now this morning, what Jesse's challenging them to do is make it across the logs. So because I have that control on those corners, I can't go at full speed, but also get in the lane.
All right. Now, we don't say much. Sergeant Preston said much on the radio. We don't say that. And there they go, heading into the trees. Now, he'll disappear for a few seconds.
Wow.
Susan was out on the frozen Yukon in those temperature extremes that I just described. Well, if you look at the reindeer, they are losing their winter coat right now. They look a little shaggy. There's nothing wrong with them. That longer hair is falling out.
Well, just like you said, Jay, the fish camp that you see here is similar to what you would find along the Tanana and the Yukon rivers in the summer months. Traditionally, families would pack up and head up to 40 miles to their own personal fish camp. My immediate family moved here into the interior a little over 20 years ago, so I was born and raised right here in Fairbanks. And I'm currently a junior at the University of Alaska Fairbanks studying nursing. Would you folks like to demonstrate? But we didn't get the bees until the late 1800s when Russians traded them for our furs. Before that, it was common to use porcupine quills and also dentalia shells. The floral designs on both of these garments have symbolic meaning, and the ones on the maiden's dress would represent where she was from. So you'd see an abundance of the bluebell and our state flower, the forget-me-not, in her village. Traditionally, they'd be sewn shut and pullover style. The main body is muskrat. The cuffs in the very bottom are trimmed with river otter, and the black and white designs are made out of calf skin. This area here is what an Athabascan village would have looked like after that first significant contact with Western culture. This cabin next to me was built entirely off the resources found here on the land, much like the first cabins were made about 100 years ago. This pelt was valuable to the Athabascans. It could be used to make the body of a parka, like the one we have in the corner of the cabin.
Timber wolf.
This is a wolverine. They're a very ferocious animal, so only the luckiest of trappers got to take this prize home with them. Like I mentioned at our last stop, wolverine have a natural oil that's in their fur, which prevents your breath from freezing to it. So we always place the wolverine closest to our face in a parka to help prevent frostbite. An Athabascan camp would have looked like before contact with Western culture. Anthropologists tell us that the early Athabascans had to face some of the most difficult environmental conditions known to man, and they have done so for the past 10,000 years. These animals provided nearly everything the early Athabascan people needed to survive. The meat, bones, even the liquids were used. Nothing was wasted.
Wow.
Reindeer were introduced to us as meat down to California, and we're making huge profits off of it because reindeer meat's better than beef and all that. And so they said that only Alaska natives are allowed to own the reindeer.
Pen back there. Oh, yeah, they have a huge pen back there.
That's a great question. It depends on the certain what you do. The blood would be used as a dyeing to dye the garments or bury.
This is the smokehouse where they're smoking salmon. This isn't the premium stuff. This is what they feed to the dogs.
Gotcha.
We're standing right in front of the hotel, and notice right across is this must-go-to place.
We're in the train station on our way to Denali National Park.
Front, or right kind of in the middle of that car. Once we start going, please feel free to move about the train and explore our different areas that we have.
Well, we're in the dining car, and we're about to be served breakfast. There's some interesting choices.
You can spread out if you would like to as well.
We're settled in the lower level of the dome car, which is the dining area. And we're waiting for our breakfast. We've ordered the Aurora Scramble, which is scrambled eggs with reindeer sausage and bacon.
And lots of other things.
And potatoes and stuff. So how are you enjoying the train trip so far?
Just fine.
And very nice scenery as we finish our breakfast.
I think they tend to remember a little bit more that way than they would.
There's supposed to be a lot of animals out here. We hope to get to see some as we're traveling along. We're hoping for a lion or a tiger or maybe a giraffe. No? Each of the two dome cars has an open area in the back, which is where I'm standing. And it's a perfect day. Temperature must be in the 70s now. Okay, look like you're enjoying it.
A lot of times as you're going along the Alaskan Railroad, or if you're just driving by and you see a lot of rail cars go by, you'll see them loaded up with coal. Here shortly.
We're going slowly through Healy Canyon.
You're going to want to take a picture back kind of behind us. So right as we're going right here to the right side of the trailer, you're going to see the Moody Tunnel remnant.
We've just gotten off the train and we're at the entrance to Denali National Park, and we're going to be taken to the Backcountry Lodge soon.
Like if you look between these trees right here, see that up there, look up the cloud.
Oh yeah, I see it.
That's the mountain.
There's
That's it.
Denali.
No. That'd be so mean. Sounds like something.
Have you guys seen moose leading up to this trip? No, you haven't. You know, the best time to spot for moose in Denali, or the best place, is your morning trip when you leave in a couple days.
You see a caribou lying on the riverbed there.
Doesn't have a radio collar on it, doesn't look like it. Yeah, caribou's just...
Oh yeah, I've got a good shot of it now.
Oh, yeah.
There's There's the movie. We're looking for doll sheep, and there are a couple there, but I don't think you can see them.
And then right at the base of the
camera
shadow,
lens.
you'll see them.
It's a ram. You know what it's doing? It's scratching itself. It's peeling off all that fur.
That
So
little white dot is a doll sheep.
binocs. Oh, now it's laying down.
Sheep,
That's
right
what
on
they
the
do.
edge there.
Yeah.
A bird fledged for the first time. You know,
This is a raven's nest, and there are some
Are they good
little
at it?
ravens that have not
crash and
quite
burn every time.
flown yet.
Yeah, it's fine. That's good. Who's working in there, in the bar? Kate.
She's newer. She's Bob, though.
Yeah, she's the one who was working with Bob,
Yeah.
or she works with Bob at night, right? Yeah, yeah. That's cool.
There's a doll sheep right on the edge of the hill there.
They're facing the other direction.
It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, isn't it? Just get those angles of the horn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this bus get past us, okay? I'm going to move up a little
Good
bit.
view of the doll sheep up there.
And then we'll just kind of manipulate.
Oh, wow. What a great shot.
You know, I love to see all the wildlife, but I love all these other mountains too.
I know, yeah, I've always maintained this trip, even if we didn't see any animals, would be worth the while for the scenery, you know.
Yeah.
I guess there must be some sort of snakes up here too. No snakes.
No reptiles.
We're gone.
Too cold.
Okay,
Let's go to look at the other buses.
that works.
That is awesome. How cute. Oh, yeah, blew him out of dust. Oops. He just sat there.
Okay. Now to the left of that, you see a little white dot even further up. Yeah.
Okay, it's hard, really hard to see, but there's a grizzly bear there.
Two.
Well, there's one in my viewfinder.
Yeah, there's two of them. The other one's coming out.
Okay.
Coming back out.
Moving away from
Yeah.
the
Excellent.
bushes.
I'll have to give you a photo credit at the end.
It could be a mom and a cub. It's hard to tell. It could be a mating pair because mating season's June through the middle of July. Hard to tell from this distance.
There we have a caribou. And another one.
Yeah, the other one has antlers.
We're at the visitor center, and this is the display of a couple of antlers. A couple of bulls got into a little fight. If it were clear, we'd be able to see Mount Denali right here. But we did see it from outside the park.
It must go somewhere else. I did ask them to the last one that left.
First boarding call from Motus Bus heading out west. First boarding call from Motus Camper Bus departing at 6:20. Bus number 256.
What do you say?
Grizzlies.
Oh, grizzlies? Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah,
I
but
see the bull
not as
moose
much
there.
as back
Yeah.
here. Yeah. A little warm. Sorry. White fronted geese with little chicks.
And these are what?
Greater white fronted
Greater white
geese.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know how they go to the bathroom out here without any golf courses.
No doubt.
These are greater white fronted geese.
Yes.
Get something good to eat.
Nice.
I'm moving.
Wow.
This is the Backcountry Lodge, where we're going to be spending a couple of days. I'm standing on the front porch of our cabin, and it's just a beautiful creek out here. And this is our room. And it's rustic but very pretty. And the creek is right outside. Nice big king-size bed, lots of pillows. Nice place to sleep tonight.
North America. Yeah.
We already started our dinner. They started off with a salad to share. It's all served family style.
But again,
Most of us are having some beer with dinner.
May I take some?
Everything is served family style here, and this is the mystery meat for Friday.
I think this is
Go ahead and take some.
strip steak. I heard her telling it other people's
Oh, go ahead and take
choices.
some.
And that's interesting because this way,
it's prime rib.
Squeeze hard.
you can't,
That's prime rib.
whatever, I hope you find the cut that you like, you know, done the way that you like.
I'm surprised they don't have salmon or halibut. I know. That's what's really surprising.
That's chocolate.
Yeah, they're kind of good, yeah.
But there was,
Hello, newcomers. Hello.
Thankfully, dessert is not family style.
To Denali Backcountry Lodge.
We're on our way to breakfast after a really good night's sleep, and it's probably about 50 degrees and absolutely gorgeous here. Very overcast today. The setting is just beautiful.
breakfast was delightful.
Okay, what was on the buffet that you liked?
I like the oatmeal. They had a fruit salad, but I added a lot of the blueberries to that. We're sitting in the gazebo near our room. We can hear the creek in the background. I wish we had brought some marshmallows so we could start a fire.
This is the day lodge where we'll be having lunch. They have groups of people who come in just for the day, and they lunch here with the people who are staying over. this is a larger dining room than the usual one. They have a great buffet. They have two kinds of soup. Butternut squash ravioli. Lots of sandwich choices.
And this is a white peach, so I couldn't resist.
We're on the suspension bridge. And one of the activities they offer here is panning for gold. I wonder how he's doing. I'm standing on the suspension bridge and looking down toward the cabins. This will be our last night here in Denali National Park. We'll be leaving 6 o'clock tomorrow morning for Anchorage. We started with a salad of greens and raspberries and walnuts. And blueberries, but there are raspberries too. And it's really, really good.
Thank you. And
tonight's featured meal is pork shanks and something over there.
Saffron risotto.
What is it?
Saffron risotto.
Oh, saffron risotto. Very nice. Now here's a close-up of the pork shank and the saffron risotto.
Anything else for you? Or are you doing okay? I think it's buttermilk panna cotta with berries.
And what's on the spoon? Is that a sherbet or something?
I think they said like a berry gelato or something.
Yeah.
Or a sorbet or something.
I think his front left leg.
That's what I wondered.
Oh, yeah.
Is he injured?
I think his front left leg is hurt.
Ah.
It looks like he has some cuts or wounds on his neck on the left side.
His legs are all bloody, Stephen. And a big gash in his neck.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. On the left side.
If his head rolls over, we get in trouble. Probably feels numb in the water.
That well. Oh, that way. I see it moving. Yeah. Yeah. Just to move it along. Good eyes.
It's moving.
That well. Oh, that way. I see it moving. I see isn't moving, so I'm on the count.
Oh, yeah.
Here it's going up and down.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're at the Denali train station, and it's been a drizzly, rainy day. Low clouds. It's a very quaint little station. Everything is pretty much outdoors. And our train will be along shortly. And we're about to decide on lunch.
My mom's family was originally from Homestead.
There it is.
What is? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, oh yeah, not hard. Oh, definitely. Pneumonia's definitely better.
Grand Canyon, it's just
We've done South Dakota.
yep.
Yeah, so diverse.
It's a beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
Their legendary commentary leads you guys down to the town of Talkeetna and finally into Anchorage.
We're passing the northbound train.
Oh, those are the
We made our first stop in Ketchikan, and this is where the two trains cross. I think that's the name of the place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to my camera.
I know.
And then you sign up, you apply to it, and do an interview just to get into the training program. And it was definitely a little bit of a process. There was originally 60 of these applicants and 40 interviews. And then during your second semester of either your junior or your senior year, you take the class from January up until April, actually. So 11 weeks of learning the commentary. It was definitely one of the more challenging classes I've taken. You can actually make it equivalent to a college level course. If you pay just a small bit, you can get a college credit for this class.
Civilization, Alaskan style.
our little stop. Coming up, people are lined up with their buses. Royal Caribbean, 3 buses. If it's wool, it's warm.
I should have said a knit dress.
Oh.
We're back in the dining car for dinner. And we're both going to order the pot roast. Again, meals are included in our class of service. Almost starting with drinks. This is an Alaskan beer. I'm not sure what kind. And you're having
A red wine, I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I think it's
But it tastes good.
Vintage Wednesday.
I don't know. You don't think so?
And our soup arrives.
Yeah, oh, you're taking a video. There we go.
Thank you. So what we have here is salmon chowder.
Looks good.
I know.
This is the chef's special pot roast. It's on mashed potatoes and green beans and a roll. Dessert has arrived, and on the left is a lemon raspberry mousse, and on the right is a chocolate mousse. And what else would you be having in Alaska but mousse? We're in Wasilla. And if you look very carefully out in the distance, you can see Russia, I'm told. Arctic Ink, Aggie's Showing Shop, Chic Couture. You know how chic.
Good question.
So you might have to look a little lower when you're looking for a sign.
Yeah, just like our house.
The town of Wasilla was named after Chief Wasilla, which was a Denali Athabascan chief. And over on our left-hand side, we're going to be passing by Wasilla Lake, which is a very popular recreational spot in the summer and the winter time.
This is the end of the Talkeetna Range, and we're going to be approaching the Chukatch Range. That was close. Well, after 4.5 hours on the bus out of the park, and then waiting for the train for 1.5 hours, and then 7.5 hours on the train, we're finally at the Captain Cook Hotel in Anchorage. And this is the view from our room of the city of Anchorage. But wait, there's more. Because we also have a view of Cook Inlet. This is really just beautiful. Here's the room as we just invaded it. It's Monday, June 13th, and we're in our hotel room. We're going to have breakfast in a few minutes. But right now I'm looking over the Cook Inlet, and out in the distance you can see these incredible mountains on the other side of the inlet. And our city view also has some beautiful mountains in the background. All snow-capped. We're staying on the executive level of this hotel, and that includes a complete breakfast in the Captain Cook Lounge. We'll also have cocktails here tonight. And this is a view from the other side. He must be the mayor.
No, he's Seymour of Anchorage.
Seymour of Anchorage. Oh, no.
Seymour the Moose.
That's sick.
You're seeing Mount McKinley. It's kind of sketchy.
Alaskan Good Friday earthquake. It's one of the largest earthquakes in the recorded history of the world, largest in North America's history. Measured 9.2 on the Richter scale, and it lasted 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Wow.
Now the reason that 4th Avenue was made famous is because in the last minute or so of that earthquake, this entire avenue split in half down the middle, and that split went 12 miles up the coast. It dropped 1,500 acres of land 11 to 22 feet downwards. The railroad is the original reason why Anchorage was settled as a town. So in 1904, they discovered coal in this area of Alaska, and they needed to get it to Seward, Alaska, which is 118 miles away. So they had to build the railroad here. You know, complete that railroad, live here for 2 years, you know, and I think that's kind of what Alaska's built on, you know. It's kind of a prerequisite to be an Alaskan, so. Necessarily like them. There's so much forest up here in Alaska that most of the time the fires are so small that the amount of woods they burn, it's like a drop in the bucket. And it actually helps the environment because it'll clear all the underbrush, trees, and foliage on the ground, dead, you know, and it'll provide space and fertilizer for new things to grow. There's a tree up here called the willow tree, which is a very fast-growing tree. And that willow tree has a bark that is vital to the diet of the moose up here in Alaska. As you can imagine, in the winter, there's not a lot of options for them to eat. No green. And so they will eat up to 25 pounds of that willow tree bark a day in the winter months. Further, Japanese invasion. And then in 1968, the big spike in the population happened when the population of about 70,000 then skyrocketed up to around 250,000 people. So those two skylights, one of those skylights leads into the bathroom, the other one leads into a kitchen. So you see this trail here. If you were to follow this trail 75 yards that direction, you would eventually arrive at the Cook Inlet. All of that land used to be the same height at which we are at now. So there was also a neighborhood that started here and kind of went that direction. It was called Turnagain Heights, and there were 135 homes in that neighborhood. Can any of you guys see evidence of those homes now?
No.
This is the largest small-engine aircraft airport in the entire world. 2,500 airplanes on this airport. 750 of those planes, though, are in the water. Plane up here called the de Havilland Beaver. It is known as the plane that built the Alaska. The Arctic tern is a monogamous animal. It only takes one mate. Really cool. Where is it? Right there. Heading towards the Air Force Base. It is Fort Richardson and Elmendorf Air Force Base. Now, average amount of daylight in Anchorage on June 21st, which is summer solstice, the longest day of the year, 21.5 hours of daylight. A lot of daylight. Around 1,600 hanging baskets in the downtown area during the summer months. 1/3 of all Alaskans get a portion of all of their income thanks to tourism. So I'd like to thank you guys for coming out. Really hope you enjoy your stay up here in Alaska. It's a really beautiful place. We really love it up here. We love living up here, so that's why we like it when you come up here. You help us live up here better and more comfortably.
Here's the Captain Cook Hotel. We're walking over there right now after our sightseeing. Surprisingly, there are flowers all over Anchorage. These hanging baskets are everywhere.
Okay, I'm going to talk to the lady from the ferry company.
We're back at the hotel. Very pretty front area. This is the main entrance to the Captain Cook Hotel. This is the main lobby of the Captain Cook.
That's Captain Cook, and this is a book published about his 3 voyages posthumously.
So the saga continues. We're at the Anchorage train station. It's about 5:30 in the morning, and we'll be boarding the train for Seward in about 20 minutes. It's like a long train. And this car is the one we'll be riding in.
Greenbelt is a strip of land that stretches about half a mile wide around the Georgia
As we wait for our breakfast here in the dining car, seeing some beautiful scenery, and it's only going to get better.
Back there, looks like it's going in.
They don't seem to be bothered with the horse much, but it's pretty rare to actually have from the horseback. You'll take a horse to get into the wilderness.
Scenery on this train trip is just spectacular.
Also coming up, we're going to be crossing over 20 Mile River, which flows from 20 Mile Glacier. However, it's not actually 20 miles away. It's closer to about 12 and a half. However, there's lots of pooling in here that could probably span about 20 miles long. This little oily fish is very prominent in this river and is used mostly for halibut bait. However, it is sometimes eaten by people. I hear it's pretty good. This fish is very oily, and in the past, actually, one of its names was candlefish because the native Alaskans used to use it as a candle because it produced so much oil. What they would do is they would stick spruce bark inside the mouth of the fish and light it on fire and use it like a little lamp. So if you have a chance, actually the Glacier Discovery train will make a stop here in the Portage area, which is our train that takes people to Whittier, Spencer, Portage, Girdwood, and Grandview.
This is all part of Spencer Glacier. You can see the icebergs in the
water
lake there. Yeah. You have blue color of those icebergs.
These last pictures, and once we exit out of the final tunnel, what's going to happen is we're going to go over a bridge and see Placid River Valley right below you. Car B is going over right now. So those of you in the back, such as car C, D, and E, just get ready because you'll soon be exiting out of the final tunnel. And now we will be in the Placid River Valley for the next few miles.
Ella.
And This is considered the most beautiful part of the Alaskan Railroad, especially for passenger trains. So take advantage of this, get excited, because within the next few miles, we will be seeing even more glaciers, waterfalls, and more of this beautiful Placid River Valley. So just be ready. In terms of railroad standards right now.
Your reflection looks a little scary.
As does, most things in Alaska, so we cannot see the blue, but it is one of the biggest glaciers we'll see on the rail belt today.
This is Bartlett Glacier.
Now. And it was causing so many delays in his work, and he decided, okay, I'm going to name this place Moose Pass. That way, hunters can come up here and, thin out the population. Copper, and it's still copper, but because of over the years it's been exposed to so much oxygen, it changed into the color we are seeing now.
Well, this is the Harbor 360 Hotel, and it's not much to write home about, but this balcony makes up for it. Look at this view. Boats as far as you can see. And this hotel is right across from the train station where we came in from Anchorage today. We're in Chinook's. We're going to have dinner here. It's really good. And what a great view outside.
Seward is a wonderful place to visit. You have this panorama with the glacier mountains in the background and the glacial water right in front of you at this marina with all sorts of boats.
Well, we started with our oysters, and they're fantastic, especially when you add that. We're assuming that this is where the fishing boats come in, and the fishing boat captains clean the fish for the people who have chartered or ridden on the boats. Anyway, there's quite an operation going there, cleaning a lot of fish.
Seagulls are happy.
The seagulls are drooling. They're all over the place. I forgot to take a picture of this, but this chowder was so fantastic.
It's all that's left.
We're standing on the dock in Seward, and we're about to take a tour of the Kenai fjords and glacier. And this is the motel where we stayed, and this is where we had dinner last night. the spirit of adventure, and we're going to be taking a cruise shortly. There's an otter floating in the water. There's a whale. Oh, there's the blow. There's the whale. Now there are a lot of birds. Are those puffins?
We have some common birds up at about 11 o'clock. Those black and white birds sitting in the water in a line. These are related to puffins. They're the deepest diving of the Alces. They've actually been seen at depths of 600 feet.
Okay, there they are on that little rock there. Sea lions.
See how it went?
Yeah, I see it.
Here's the whale.
Oh, look, a whale. That's
There we go.
Wow.
It's two of them. Oh, but you don't take it.
It's so hard to have any of that help big there because they don't come out of the water
No.
at once.
There are the orcas.
Yep.
There are more of them.
Yep. And another one farther off.
There's an orca.
And another one. Having a good time over there. Darn it, that boat's
Another
getting
one
very
there.
close. And way farther over, sweetie.
Yeah, I'm seeing them all.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah, at least. Oh yeah.
A lot, and 800 square miles of ice.
This is the Harding ice field, Glacier.
Our starboard side here, so I can put the bow into the wind, keeping us somewhat stationary.
It's all right.
Do what you must.
Bring me like a...
Oh, there it is. There's a sea otter. There's a sea otter just floating on his back. At least I assume he's floating on his back.
Ronnie was working out besides farm, so we didn't have to feed night morning big kid. So that was an easy thing to do. But we've got a group of volunteers
Oh, he's cute.
and I got to know on a first name basis. There's more community stories about how the they died in the hands of and then it dogged the view and found one of them was on the phone.
We took a cruise to see wildlife, and
now we get wildlife right here.
there's an otter right here in the dock. He's a cute one.
They see what they do. They clean they're grooming themselves. We're at Ray's Waterfront Restaurant in Seward. And with our wonderful view out there.
We're starting with a longliner iced tea. I had the camera all ready to take pictures, but we started eating first. But those are 2 of 3 enormous crab cakes.
2.5.
2.5.
I had
Okay.
4.
2 and 3.
I thought there were 4. Anyway,
There were 3. Anyway,
king
they're
crab.
king crab, right?
Yes.
And this is what's left of salmon. They're special. I can't remember, but it was Alaskan salmon, obviously. Wild caught with crab meat and lobster sauce. I'm standing on the balcony of our hotel, the Harbor 360 in Seward, and we'll be going over to the cruise terminal in a little while and boarding Silver Shadow. Well, we're waiting for a shuttle that's going to take us on a tour of the town and then take us to the ship, which is waiting for us across the harbor. This is downtown Seward. We're among the first to board, so we get to see the ship close up and personal.
Is this our side of the ship?
Well, we've just gotten aboard the ship, and our room is really quite nice. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yes.
That's the sitting area. And here's the bedroom area. There's a little dressing table here, or vanity. That's an overview of the room. Here's the walk-in closet with lots and lots of space to store things. And here's the bathroom. Nice stall shower. Double sinks. We're at the main pool, and we're going to stop at the grill and have something to eat. Hi. Well, here's a view of the hotel that we stayed at from the ship now. We're at the pool grill, and it's unlike any I've ever seen before because they actually have waiter service and a menu. So we ordered our lunch, and we were one of the first, or 2 of the first, to board the ship, and our room was ready. So there's really almost nobody here yet.
Well, there are a few diners across the way.
I said almost. This is a greens with orange and fig salad. And we asked them to make, oh, and goat cheese, I forgot. And we asked them to make a small salad. This actually would fill the whole plate if we ordered a large salad. Well, I ordered a brisket burger. It's hamburger made from brisket. They also have one made from short rib. Whereas you have
3 different kinds of sliders. One is mild jalapeno, one is truffle infused, and I can't remember the third.
The other one is just grilled.
Grilled. And this is
Sweet potato fries.
sweet potato fries.
Well, it looks like we've opened the restaurant almost. But it's a lovely room. Very nice wait staff. This menu looks too good not to share.
I'm not saying I'm going to choose this, but look at the forest mushroom and potato tower. Mushrooms are porcini or porcini?
Of course, I had to start on the beef tartare, but it's really excellent.
I have ceviche with prawns and squid and so many other things in there.
We're having a pasta course. What is yours?
I forget the name of the pasta, but there's...
Orecchiette or something?
It's very tiny, and it has some barley in there, and porcini mushrooms.
Very nice. Mushrooms again. And mine is a fusilli, which I've eaten half of already, and I have no idea what's in it, but it sure is good. I have to get a picture of this because this is absolutely decadent. Look at these desserts.
And mini pastries. And
yeah.
Oh, I love that. I'm having two kinds of gelato, a pistachio and a chocolate, plus a sorbet.
I have frozen yogurt with fruit and fruit juice. It's sour cherry.
We're in La Terraza for breakfast. This turns into an upscale Italian restaurant at night. I must say they have everything on the buffet, and I tried to take one of everything, but I couldn't even get close. But I have a little bit of scrambled eggs, 3 kinds of herring, bacon, and stuff. And I see...
I have mushrooms and a mini croissant.
Yep. And you have some oatmeal there.
Yes, oatmeal.
And I see you have a bowl of fruit.
My selections of fruit.
There's a lot of artwork on the ship. This one is a Miro. This is a dolly, as is this one. Another Miro. Here's another dolly. And another Miro.
Oh my goodness. And over this way.
Beautiful shoes. All handmade.
Yes.
All handmade is my creation. The model, I have created this model with this part around.
Yeah.
This is a dolly sculpture based on his painting, The Persistence of Time. This is the panorama bar. And of course, there are windows here at the bar of the ship. Well, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so I guess it's appropriate to have a Bloody Mary. This one is priced at $18,900. And there's a guard watching over it. We're going to go into the restaurant and have some lunch. For a starter, I ordered a leek and Emmentaler tart. You might notice that there's a little piece missing from the end there.
I have spring roll. Sliced in half.
I ordered a bouillabaisse. And looks like there's a lot of scallops in it.
I have Thai stir fry. Looks seafood.
It looks like there's shrimp and scallops in there.
And calamari, yeah.
Very nice.
Looks good.
Dessert today at lunch is peach melba. We're at Hubbard Glacier on a cold, rainy day. There are lots of icebergs. And some of the icebergs actually have seals sitting on them.
Yeah.
We're in Washington?
Yeah.
It was 70. It was 89 today.
Oh, good. Made up
Remember?
to 89 today. Yay, we want to be missing some of it, you know. But they did have some 70 days when we've been up here, so we feel gypped.
Oh, good. Gotta be on that.
We've moved to our private veranda now. We're getting a much better view of the glacier than we did from the top deck. Even though it's foggy and murky. We're at the captain's reception, and we're drinking a glass of sparkling rosé, and we've just been given some snacks. I have no idea what they are, but they look very good.
And a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here, and welcome aboard the Silver Shadow. My name is Alessandro Denali, and if you're wondering why I have a strange accent, it's because I'm half Italian, half Australian, and I have a Canadian wife. I live in the northwest of Italy near the Cinque area, right on the border with Tuscany, and I've been with Silver Sea for 17 years now.
This is a print by Georges Braque. It's La Coque.
We're at Le Champagne for a special dinner.
This is the extra special tasting menu restaurant. We'll see how special it is. This is going to be an interesting dinner.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that this is another Miro print. We may just verify that later if we remember to. We've been served an amuse-bouche, which is a very large size amuse-bouche. The first is a foie gras cone. The second...
Lobster medallion.
Lobster medallion. Wow. The third one is a grilled scallop.
King scallop. King scallop.
And then this is a porcini soup. Okay.
And the traditional combination is egg white, egg, onion, and chives.
The bellinis are so cute.
That's a lobster salad.
Yes, it is.
So this is an Enrud, not a Miro.
So we're ready for the next surprise. Mr. Sister. And chola.
Ta-da!
So we're having the grilled king scallop on a bed of pumpkin chicken. Oh, cauliflower puree. Comes with the confit tomato and hazelnut vinegar decoration. We're having the pan-fried groggy pork. Comes with the forest berry compote.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It looks like the same lobster medallions you had before.
Yes. And you had in your amuse-bouche also.
Thank you. Enjoy. And Ewa.
Thank you.
So we're both having the lobster terminal. You don't need.
Oh, it's beautiful.
With asparagus. Yeah.
This is chocolate three ways. I don't remember exactly what it's called. And here we have a Grand Marnier souffle. And we also have some goodies that accompany the dessert. We're anchored off Sitka, and in a short while we'll be taking a tender to explore the town. We're in Sitka, Alaska, and we're heading down to that Russian Orthodox cathedral. Now from the Russian Orthodox Cathedral, we're going to go into the church, Finnish Lutheran Church. It's the Westmark Hotel, and there's a raven sitting right on the roof. We'll be boarding the tender shortly to go back to the ship, which is docked out there, which is anchored out there, I should say. We're having lunch at the Pool Grill while we're anchored in Sitka.
Sitka is a charming little town. We had a tender to take us there on the ship. We went to the Russian Orthodox Cathedral, which had been restored after it was burned down in 1966. what made it nicer was the deacon was playing appropriate music that was being sung, and at times there were church bells. And then we went across the street to the Lutheran church, which also had been burned down and restored, and it was just in time to hear an organ concert on their organ, which originally was a pump organ, but now it's electric, and it also had been restored. It was a very good concert.
And we're going to have some lunch.
Yes.
This is the informal pool dining. So we've ordered the placa platter, which is spanakopita,
Dolma.
Okay. Grape leaves, olives, pita, and tzatziki sauce. We ordered their hot dogs, and we both started eating them. They come with sauteed onions and bacon, and French fries and coleslaw, onion rings.
There's cheese.
Oh, and there's cheese. I forgot the Swiss cheese. We're having lunch at the pool. We're having lunch at the pool grill while we're anchored in Sitka. Here's a travel tip. When you go on a cruise, there are never enough outlets. Bring along a small extension cord. But I'm charging 2 video camera batteries, a still camera battery, an iPhone, and an iPad.
Let's have a toast in the restaurant with our South African bread.
You're supposed to drink it now.
Oh, sorry.
We're both starting with veal tartare.
This is the haraka tiki salad, Greek style. Feta cheese, tzatziki, Kalamata olives.
Greek. And I've ordered a white bean velouté with mascarpone.
Cream.
And it's served cold.
Yes. Lasagna bolognese with a spinach leaf on top. This is the veal tenderloin.
And I'm having the duck with some fruitage.
Oh, yes.
I'll give you some incentive. You'll be in the video.
Well, then that's incentive enough.
Yes, that is.
How about we've enjoyed it?
It's about 10 o'clock and we're on the pool deck. And we just spotted the most beautiful sunset. Glass is a little bit streaked, but still. Sunday the 19th, and we're having breakfast in our room. How classy is that? Our butler just buttled it in. So I see you have a bowl of oatmeal.
That's what I'm starting with. I'll have a souffle later.
And I've got strangled eggs, assortment of pastries, and for your second course?
I have a spinach and bacon souffle. That's right, I did check that one instead of the organ.
This is our first look at Juneau. There are 3 ships in port today. Our Silver Shadow, Celebrity Millennium, and the Island Princess. Last time we were here, we did the Mount Roberts Tramway. We're in Juneau at the Mendenhall Glacier Visitor Center. And here's the glacier up close and personal.
This one. It was pretty impressive. One, that I could already see a difference in the glacier there and the glacier there in just a short amount of time. And 2, I'd never seen a glacier with my own eyes before. And
we've gone across the bridge and we're on Douglas Island across the channel. And there's our ship. We're at the Terrace restaurant, which becomes La Terraza at night. And this is seafood chowder, fresh salmon, sushi, lamb stew, salad, and we've ordered a pizza.
This is a pizza made to order with prosciutto, mushrooms, artichokes, and olives.
We're sitting on our veranda and there's a raven right down below.
He's totally set. The white on the glasses. I didn't notice that before.
On the glass?
Yeah. Cute. We both started eating this before we remembered we needed a picture of beef carpaccio. This is La Terraza, and we've been here for breakfast and lunch, but this is the first time we're here for dinner, and the selections are very good. Service is excellent. I ordered the Trente, which is seafood medley with lobster, and shellfish, and special noodles thinner than linguine.
And I ordered the pappardelle with duck ragu. One of us started out with a Manhattan. I won't say which one. Then we had a little rosé toast.
Sparkling rosé.
Sparkling rosé, right. And then this is a white wine. All the wines they're serving are from Italy. And every one of them has been good. And this last red is from Puglia. And I have no idea what it's called, but it's also very good.
I have veal saltimbocca.
This is wild boar on mashed potatoes.
It's
a lemon sponge cake with assorted fruit.
And it's so light, it tastes like cheesecake.
We also ordered a side dish of some gelati, chocolate,
coffee,
pistachio, and coffee. This one is a Renmore. This dolly is for sale for $30,000.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. I have to do this. Oh, everything looks so good. So we're sitting in the Terrace restaurant. They call it La Terraza at night. And out in the distance here is the most beautiful sight. This little passage and the snow-capped mountains. Just beautiful here. This one is a Renoir. Picasso. It's an interesting one by someone I've never heard of, Seward.
starting with the navy bean soup.
And I'm having a heart of palm with avocado tartare.
I have mixed grill with filet, chicken, lamb,
sausage,
bacon.
Me too. Okay.
This is a frozen berry souffle.
This is a strawberry sundae with strawberry coulis and chocolate and all kinds of stuff.
And asparagus. I can't say it in Italian.
I have a computer. I use it.
For whatever you need it for.
We're having minestrone. We're both having a nice pomodoro salad. Okay, so what is yours?
Gigli pasta.
Gigli.
Gigli.
And this is penne with something or other. With a lot of wine, that's what it is.
With the
Where you're going to be anyway.
I'm not given much of a choice, am I?
Part of yours is still good. We both ordered the filet mignon. And yours is with mushrooms,
mushroom
and
gravy.
mine is with peppercorns.
Supposedly wild mushrooms. It tastes a little bit.
For dessert, Cherry's Jubilee.
We're waiting for the 10 o'clock show, which is supposed to be operatic arias.
We're in Ketchikan, and it's raining. Now, we were here once before, and there's not an awful lot to see, so we decided to stay on the ship today. We're having lunch at the terrace restaurant, that's Alasa. And what kinds of things do you have there? What's that interesting looking meat in the middle?
This?
Yeah.
I think it's ham, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Sushi.
Sashimi.
Sashimi. Empanada.
Refried beans.
Yeah, it's a little
salad.
Yeah.
All kinds of goodies.
Yeah.
These are some of the tempting desserts. I'm standing on our veranda looking out over Ketchikan. It's a really cute little town with a lot of houses set in the mountains. Ketchikan is the salmon capital of the world, supposedly. Right now it's more tourism than anything else. Well, this is an interesting concept restaurant. We're sitting at the pool, and it's raining, and actually pretty cold, but they have heat here, so it's comfortable. And we're going to grill our own meat. In the meantime, Pat's all bundled up. There she is.
Hey.
We're having some chips and salsa and guacamole and some white wine.
They chose, as the waiter says.
And so we're going to be having a salad, and then we're going to grill the food at our table. We'll see how that works out. We both ordered the New York salad.
Yes.
Which includes greens and reds.
And blue cheese crumbles and bacon crumbles.
And bacon crumbles and
yes,
some kind of dressing. That's very nice.
Yes.
Were you going to say something?
No.
Well, I guess we're going to get our hair cut. I don't know. The waiter just brought bibs for us. Now.
Now? Okay, yeah. Now.
Okay, some sauces.
Lovely.
Side.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a peppercorn sauce.
Yes.
A natural mushroom sauce and a natural gravy.
Okay.
Okay.
May I ask you for some butter and sour cream? For
Butter and sour cream, absolutely. For your baked potato, I will get some condiments.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like while I was cooking. I think it's probably ready.
Mine's ready. I guess I can let my skewer.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing the same thing.
Go charred. Good.
This is allegedly apple pie with ice cream. Same for you, huh? Well, we're sitting in the restaurant for our final lunch. We'll be back here for dinner tonight. And I must say that while the food has been all right,
yes,
nothing great, the house wines, different one almost every day, the house wines have been excellent.
Mm-hmm.
This particular white is from Portugal, and it's very good.
It is. I have coconut shrimp with mango salsa. I asked for a plain salad with blue cheese crumbles.
I'm having what they call farmer soup with sausage and bacon.
Mm-hmm. This is wonderful looking red snapper with vegetables. The dessert is whiskey truffle with chocolate shortbread.
And vanilla ice cream on the side.
Vanilla ice cream on the side.
This is our last full day on the ship, and we're sailing south toward Vancouver through the Inner Passage. Across from us is Canada. Cloudy but beautiful day. Temperature about 60. We'll be arriving in Vancouver tomorrow morning. In the meantime, this is Canadian Inner Passage. It's just beautiful. The temperature is probably around 60. So it's kind of cold. But really lovely. We're having our last dinner on the ship. And as we're being served delicious food, this beautiful scenery is passing by as we cruise the Inner Passage. Our first course is lightly seared tuna with crips, according to the menu. Crips.
Right. This is a duo of halibut and tabbouleh. I have asparagus ravioli with cheese.
And I have a lentil soup with lentils. This is penne pasta with a tomato sauce. This is a papaya salad.
I have halibut with asparagus.
And I'm having veal shank on mashed potatoes. And a little tree growing on the side.
I have pistachio gelato.
This is a moist pistachio cake with
Creme anglaise.
right, all kinds of stuff.
Creme anglaise.
Right, and orange ice cream. We've come to the end of our Alaskan trip, and we're in the Vancouver airport waiting for a flight to Minneapolis and then a connecting flight to Washington.